Hey everybody, we're back. And we're doing the demo reel. And OG Wipeout. What a classic. Think it crashed. That's helpful. Try again. Is that just a video? With a log like that, it can't just be a video, right?
3, 2.
That's just a video, goddamn. Alright.
3, 2.
If you press a button, it ends.
Go!
You know, I've never played the original Wipeout. First Wipeout I played, it had a demo of 2097, which is the second one. And then when I actually had a Wipeout game for myself, it was Wipeout 3. Good series. It's a shame it's basically dead. There's not been an original Wipeout game since... That's actually a different question. The Vita one, I think? I think the Vita one was original, and that was like the first original Wipeout game since one of the ones on PSP. Wipeout HD, I'm pretty sure, is just like an HD compilation of Pulse and Pure from PSP. And then Omega Collection is Wipeout HD, Wipeout HD Fury expansion, and a Vita game in one package. You know, this is actually a pretty good showcase in 95. Like, hey, check out these graphics, this smooth frame rate, this racing game. I can understand this being a video demo. Interesting way to start. Is Destruction Derby playable? I had a demo of this when I was younger, and it was only like the ring. Destruction Derby had like two modes: race and like the actual destruction ring. And the demo only let you play in the ring, and like you would immediately just get messed up. I did not realize Reflections did this. Hmm. That has some graphical glitching down the side. It's another video. Doesn't look quite as impressive next to Wipeout. Mostly because like the cars look like very small. But the damage decals are pretty nice. Destruction Derby 2 was a big improvement over the original. Remember that? Night driving, that's a selling feature. Oh, it was multi-link? That's crazy. 40 players? How many consoles could you link? Assuming it supported the multi-tap, that'd be 10 consoles. I wonder if this demo disc has anything playable on it. I don't know what Crazy Ivan is. Mech game? Is that a mech shooter? That was honestly pretty cool. Oh yeah, what's going to get me interested in buying this game? An FMV, a really short FMV that shows nothing, and some really bad screenshots. Nova Storm. I don't think any of these are going to be playable. Nova Storm. I can interact with it, so that's more than the previous ones. Oh wow, I'm actually playing it. It's an FMV mod. God, these kinds of games were always awful. There was stuff like this, and Rebel Assault, and Rebel Assault 2. Microcosm. And it's like, it's an FMV background. The background is just a video feed. And it's got sprites overlaid on top of it, and you gotta shoot. And also sometimes avoid stuff in the FMV, which is really unclear on how to actually deal with it. The fact that it just kicks you out when you die is kind of crazy. 3D Lemmings sounds bad. Unless it's like Lemmings just in 3D graphics, but the gameplay's still in 2D. That's probably fine. Was this one not developed by DMA Design? Because by this point, they would have absolutely been working on Grand Theft Auto. Hmm. Lemmings with a controller is doable. I've played it on Super Nintendo before. Like, it's doable. Probably not as good with a mouse as with a mouse. How you doing, Teak? Interesting, like, we were talking about Psygnosis yesterday, or, like, Saturday, and this entire demo disc seems to just be Psygnosis.
Play. Options. Play. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like a DMA Design were involved with this, it seems.
Okay.
I know by, like, the third Lemmings game, they were tired of making lemons. And by this point, they were absolutely working on, Grand
Let's
Theft
go.
Auto. This...
Digger. Floater. Blocker. Digger. Floater. Blocker. Digger. Floater.
Yeah, I want... This doesn't play well.
Virtual running. Virtual running.
That's the pause. Oh, that's... Interesting concept. This ain't great.
Digger. Floater.
The face buttons move you around. Like, that's... And instead of moving up or down, you just zoom in and out.
Digger. Blocker. Highlight running. Highlight running. Digger. Floater.
I think it could work with a better control scheme, but like...
Armageddon.
Hmm. There's also a thing of like, how the hell do I actually change the lemmings? I need them to like be the floaters.
Digger. Floater. Let's go. Okay. 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 Blocker. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay.
So that would be the goal, presumably. It's a bad control scheme.
Blocker. Yippee! 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 Yippee!
I don't know what that does. Why are they still pumping them out? I haven't got any more floaters. How the hell do I get any of the others down?
Virtual running. Camera 2. Camera 3. Camera 4. Camera 1.
That's an interesting concept. It's like, okay, so there are various cameras around and you can move them and switch between them. Interesting concepts in, like, making this work. Mouse and keyboard would probably be better for this just through virtue of having more buttons. No idea how I'm supposed to get the rest of them down there, though. Wait, I have a digger.
Uh-oh. 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 Digger. Blocker. Digger. Blocker. Digger. Uh-oh. Blocker. Uh-oh. Digger. Uh-oh. 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 Okay.
That could work, actually. Let's try that. Alright, take one more crack at it. Need to rescue 70 of them. Okay, so...
Let's go.
here.
Okay. Digger. Okay. Okay. Let's go.
We can do this. We can do this.
Okay. Digger. Okay. 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 Let's go. Okay. Digger. Okay.
That doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, I guess we're seeing why we're not gonna ever see a lemming stream. Figure out the first level.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
How do we get out of this? That it? Alright, just reset. There we go. Discworld. Is Bane here? Bane don't like this. I know there are 2 Discworld games, and they're both point-and-click adventure games. I don't know anything about Discworld before anybody asks. It would make more sense for this to be a video rather than a demo.
Rincewind! Rincewind! Wake up! The Arch-Chancellor wants to see you!
That's it.
A snoring chest? That's novel. Well, I'll soon fix that.
Is that Eric Idle?
This sodding thing hasn't got a doorknob. Unseen University. Thermaturgy 101. Failed. Well, it's not little trinkets and paperwork that really count in life. I've got a really pointy hat. That's a start.
I don't think it's that pointy.
Please, don't stare. I'm rather shy. Yes, a mysterious shape, a sinister shape, a shape fraught with
It looks kind of young to me.
shapeness. It must be a plot element. Otherwise, there'd be a better label. I really must do some heavy research into this bed. 8 or 9 solid hours should be sufficient.
Yeah, I bought it.
Aha! Portalis Exitus, or the common doorway. See, I'm not a wizard for nothing, you know. Aha!
Yeah, I bought it. I don't know if I'm gonna I can stream it or play it on my own time. I've not decided yet.
Of course it's me. Who are you expecting? Death? That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Nope, I can't shift it. Yes, a mistake.
I can't get rid of this. Yeah, Discworld is the Terry Pratchett novel series. Very well regarded. Which I've never read. This looks nice.
Yes, well, art criticism was never a strong point of the University Trust.
I think they're talking like bosses and enemies. Because they also did the whole thing of the big reveal that Richter was playable. So I think it's just like bosses and enemies.
Well now, this door's all sticky. Why does it smell of fruit? Oh. Well, this one's not a statue. I think this one used to be a frog out in the garden. Ah, well, he never should have asked to be turned into a handsome plinth. I think this one leads to the Arch-Chancellor.
Oh, there we go. That's a weird mechanic.
Ah, looks like a witch transportation device. One of the older models, I presume.
Yeah, when the
Large, flat.
with how they made out, they're like, oh
There's a
yeah, no,
handle of some
Richter,
sort
like
in the
super
middle.
big special
It
surprise,
may just be a
Richter's
wild
playable.
guess, but I'm
I
willing to bet
imagine
that
like
this
he's the only
is
playable
a
character.
door.
Unless there's going to be like a surprise Alucard thing.
Ha ha! Good old unseen you. I wonder if the walls are this high to keep what's outside from getting in, or what's inside from getting out.
I feel like I'd probably be more into this if I was a Discworld fan. I saw Maria and Alucard in the trailer. I don't think I noticed anybody else.
Ah. Let's not press this curiosity thing too far then, shall we? Sex magic. No wonder it's on ice.
Yeah, no, it looks pretty steamy to me.
Actually, on close examination, this would seem to be some sort of subtropical arboreal ape.
A magical accident in the library turned the librarian into an orangutan. He has since resisted all efforts to turn him back, much preferring the handy long arms, the prehensile toes, and the right to scratch himself in public.
I kind of like that. That's actually like the little narrator popping on's nice.
Must come in handy, stacked with all the latest monkey accessories.
Hmm.
Did you get the number of that donkey cot? Ye illustrious tome of levitation.
Yes.
Oh dear, there's little pamphlets living in it.
I suppose it'd be weird if there were adventure games that just specifically didn't have subtitles.
Yes, I
Given
think
the
perhaps
origins
our
of the
best move
genre.
would be to keep slightly upwind of this one. Well, that and keep out of arm's reach. That doesn't work.
Hmm.
Well, he's cooking food. I suppose that means we have to call him a cook.
I'm gonna have to catch that pancake.
Ah, so it was ice cream for dinner yesterday, eh?
Hmm. Yeah, I'll end up playing Dead Cells. I can't exactly just like the first act, like the first new Castlevania thing in what, over 10 years to just slip by me. Grimoire of Souls doesn't count.
Good grief! I thought the apprentices were all kept tied to stakes. What's this then? Prunes, finest quality, extra dark old bowel buster. Yuck.
Feel it.
That doesn't work. How do you open the gate?
I used the secret spell.
All right then. How do I open a gate?
Can't tell you. You're supposed to go and see the Arch-Chancellor.
Oh, go on, just open the gate.
Oh, it's more than my job's worth, mate.
There is the Arch-Chancellor. How do I actually talk to people?
Excuse me, but could I ask
Right,
you some
it's
questions?
triangle for some
Clear
reason.
off, and no magic in the kitchen. One more spell goes off in this place, and I'm going to complain to the Arch-Chancellor.
Well, I'll catch you later then. Excuse me, but could I ask you some questions?
Clear off, and no magic in the kitchen. One, and I'm
Are you always this surly?
not always. I even know a jolly joke.
Alright.
Really?
Yes. What's ugly, hollow, and rings like a bell?
I don't know. What?
Look over there.
Did you get the number of that donkey cot? Well, that's a fine skill to have. Your parents must be very proud of you.
Actually, I was going to become a wizard, but they found out my parents were married.
Fascinating. Don't any of your pancakes get lost?
What? From here? From my frying pan? You don't seem to realize the gravity of your accusation. 27 years I've been studying to be a cook's apprentice. I've got top marks for basic flipping left hand and right, and batter stirring, pan greasing, and pancake stacking.
Oh, how many did you get for customer relations?
2%. Clear off.
This is the worst kitchen I've ever seen.
It would be worse if there were worst.
What's worst?
It's a what's name? A sausage.
Worst sausage?
No, if you want the worst sausage, try Dibblers.
Oh, dear. So it's to be puns, is it?
Just watch the pancakes for a while. It's very soothing.
Oh, bye.
Well, I'll catch you later then.
I was looking at it earlier today, and it's like, when is this supposed to be due out? I was sure it was this week, and Steam's saying Q1 2023. And I was like, what? And it finally came out, and I've just gone and bought it. Hey, Amber. Let's see, I need to add sounds to the scene. Now we have the sounds working. Welcome in, Amber. We're playing Discworld. It says you did.
Hey! A girl.
Right.
What's a girl doing in here?
I'm not a girl.
I'm not a
Why
girl,
are
I've
you-
got a
why are
mustache
you
and a
wearing
beard.
dress?
It's a wizard's robe, not a dress.
You're wearing one too.
I knew a girl's dress once. Splendid lass. Very good at pickling. Yes, very good at pickling eels, she was.
Well, I once knew a girl too, of course.
Of course. Well, why you of course? A young fellow like you ought to be out and about, exploring a world of adventure. Wine, women, and pickles.
Look, I am out and about.
Well, you can't be too good at it if you're
For
already
the High
off
Chancellor.
course, young air freshener.
Look, no one's off course. I just used the phrase as a pleasantry, a manner of address. Pickling? Oh, how fascinating.
Pickled? Who's pickled?
No one's pickled. You started it. I don't even like pickles.
What? Oh, they were wonderful pickles. How dare you cast aspersions on... Damn, I've lost it. What were we talking about again?
Pickles?
What's pickled? What? What do you mean?
Well, the eels were pickled, weren't they?
What? Pickled elves? Damn their ears. I told them to lock that liquor cupboard. Go on, boy, get after them.
No, pickles, not pickled.
Pickles? Oh, try the kitchen. Get out. Stop wasting my time.
So, what happened?
Nothing.
I don't think we're going to get anywhere with this. Oh, that's enough of that one. Assault rigs. What is this one? Well, that's Pong. Yeah, that's a schmuck.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey, you tell me. Is this Tron? We're on the first demo disc and it's been strange. A bunch of them have just been videos. How'd your stream go? Did you manage to beat RE2, mate? New Adventures of Johnny Quest. Yeah, I said Tron. I said Tron. Called assault rigs, apparently. Wipeout, Destruction Derby, Discworld. There are a bunch of other stuff that I'm not actually aware of. That's okay. Okay, so that is demo, no, video, demo, video. What's this one? Insert audio CD. Oh, that's what it means by sound to light. I could, I'm not going to though. Well, that's demo disc 1. Check out demo disc 2. No, let's start it again, because that feels nostalgic. Accidentally pressed the space bar, I didn't mean to. Further down than it should be. That brings back memory. That brings back memory. And that audio brings back memories. Striker, Rayman, ESPN, Extreme Games, Jumping Flash, and Air Combat. Let's take a look, shall we? Let's see if your phone picks up as a QR code. God, do I have rewind turned on for this? Give me a second. Striker 96. This doesn't ring a bell. Oh, it's American football. No, it's not. It's actual football. Is this a video? Shira. Okay, I might be controlling this. I don't think I am. I'm not particularly into football games as it is, but this just doesn't seem right.
What a super effort.
I think this is just a video that you cannot skip. Yeah, that's me speeding it up. I think it's just a video you can't skip. You can't skip, you can't quit out of it. What the hell? Alright, let's check out the rest of them. So I know all of these except Striker and ESPN game, Extreme Games. Is this going to be playable? I like Rayman 1, but it's like ridiculously hard. That said, I've been meaning to play Rayman 2 for... I had the PlayStation version of Rayman 2 when I was younger. And like I've got the other versions now and I want to play them. Oh sweet, it's playable. One 1% of the game, 1 minute left. Can I do this level in 1 minute? I don't think it moves fast enough, because this is an auto-scrolling level. I don't think this level will move fast enough for it. There's some fun history with Rayman. Like, this game came out in '95.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a mistake.
Tell me why.
I never wanna hear you say
I want it that way.
I feel like a time-limited demo for Rayman's a bad idea. Like, just let you play a level or 2 levels. Playing a level for 1 minute, I think, is a bad idea. Yeah, Rayman has some interesting history. Like, Rayman 1 came out in '95. Rayman 2 was originally going to be, like, a big improved version to it. And then they saw Super Mario 64. And so the entire thing was scrapped, and they restarted development for Rayman 2, and it became Rayman 2 as we know it. And it's kind of fascinating, but Rayman 2, as it was released, does also have... you can play finished levels of the original version of Rayman 2 in the actual release product. And it's kind of fascinating. You're not wrong, Teak. Excuse me. I feel like I vaguely recognize this, or something like it. Ah. As it is, though, this kind of looks like Road Rash on, like, just pedal stuff. Yeah, this is like 95, definitely. Like Rayman came out in 95. Yeah, swat. Jumping Flash came out in 95. Like, this feels like a game that could have been on, like, the 32X. That is bodyboarding. It feels vaguely fun. I would have probably enjoyed this for like half an hour as a kid. I say that I would have played, like, if I'd had this, I would have played this and gotten, like, ashamedly good at it. I just killed a rabbit with rollerblades. I just landed on top of the other guy. And even the trash back in the old days was better than the trash these days. It's possible. I think, like, a bike would definitely have the advantage in speed, but rollerblades would be much easier to maneuver with. I think bodyboarding would be the worst idea. Like, you look at this and it's like, it's dumb. It doesn't look like the production value is particularly high, like there's no music or anything, but that might just be the demo. But it works and has some entertainment value to it in that it's functional and kind of fun. And you look at the bad stuff these days and it's like, oh, what have you got? Fucking Black Tiger? Ugh. Games that just glitch like mad. Games that don't even physically work. How long is this track? Right? It does not feel like I'm going at like 30 miles an hour. I think maneuverability is an issue when you got all that stuff blocking the road and fallen trees. Yeah. Oh, we're in Nevada. Yay. You know, that was fun. If I saw that going for like a $5, I'd buy it. I was thinking, like, where's the desert? But, like, the only thing I know of Nevada is the Nevada desert. Jumping Flash. Now, this is a classic. I did have a demo of Jumping Flash as a kid. Right? This music, absolutely. Absolute hit that nostalgia. It might have crashed. Try it again. There we go. I like Jumping Flash. This game came with a PlayStation Mini. And it's like, oof, wow, that's pretty far into the game.
Ready to go?
And it's like, you know, of all the things you could put on the PlayStation Mini, I don't know why you would choose this. It's like, yeah, it's a good game, but there's so much better. Or like, if you were so determined to put Jumping Flash on there, why not Jumping Flash 2? But the concept's pretty cool. A first-person 3D platformer. No, I can't go that way. This game would probably be like a lot more playable with strafe buttons. And like there's the weird thing of hold A or hold X and suddenly you'll strafe. But only in the air, which is weird. Man, these early 3D days though, like everything's a polygon. And I say that, and I mean specifically like the projectiles. Projectiles are polygons. They're not particle effects or anything, they're actually polygons, and that's crazy.
Go for it.
Is this a Sonic track? Sounds like it could be. And me. Oh, just made that. Man, these were cool days. Okay, so we got this demo and then we've got air combat, and I think what we'll do after that is we'll take a quick look at another demo I've got. The Biohazard 2 Trial Edition. Ah, shit. Biohazard 2 Trial Edition.
Get ready.
I have to get all those jet pods again. I don't want to get those jet pods again.
Yeah.
Yep, gotta get them all again. They put a bunch of effort into like making this work though. Like you've got a double jump, your second jump's really high. And when you do it, it'll automatically turn you to face the ground so you can see where you're gonna land. And your shadow is super defined as well. I look at that, an actual character-shaped shadow in 95? And that's crazy. It's archaic, but it is absolutely well designed. Take a trip. I remember thinking this was so cool as a kid. And I never ended up actually having the game when I was younger. Right, so this is the exit. Where's the entrance? Excellent.
All right.
Yeah. Why would you start in World 3 first and then send it in World 1? This game is not made for fast-paced combat. I think it's going to beat me in a damage context. Honestly, Teak, it absolutely is. Like I say, it's well designed.
All right.
For its time, it plays pretty well. Its biggest problem is just fast-paced combat, which, let's be fair, is a problem that Resident Evil continues to have for over a fucking decade. It's pretty cool. I've never actually played Jumping Flash 2. I don't know if that actually improves anything. I would hope that it does. And air combat. The first game in the Ace Combat series. I don't know why it was called air combat. Well, from Ace Combat 2 and onwards, they called it Ace Combat. Namco was like peak on like at this point. It's like, hey, we've got these really cool arcade games out in the arcade that you're all loving. Ridge Racer, Tekken, yada yada. Also, guess what? We're supplying the PlayStation with them. And that was such a big deal. This is just going to be a video, isn't it? You're not getting that on this channel, Amber. Wait a minute, since when are you subscribed to me? It's up for 3 months. When did that happen? Why has Twitch been telling me I've got like 1 sub? 2 subs. I appreciate that, but thank you. But no, OG Rayman is just like really difficult. I do not have the sentiment for it. I thought it was Teak and Klim. Did I not? Is like nothing. Do I not get to play this? 6 months when you get paid. Yeah, I appreciate that. I didn't redo the sub badges because they're all black at the minute. Okay, so it's just a video. Alright. They're all black at the minute, and everybody uses dark mode, even me. Alright, it's Demo Disc 2. Let's see what's on Demo Disc 3. I think we're still going to be in like 95. Like the really good stuff doesn't start hitting PlayStation until like 97. Like there's good stuff before that, like Tekken 2, Tomb Raider, OG Resident Evil. Like 97's when it really started to hit. Mortal Kombat 3, goddamn. Up until like a couple of years ago, I didn't even know Mortal Kombat 3 was on PlayStation. I don't like Mortal Kombat 3, I don't think it's particularly good. Remember when they spelled Raiden with a Y? The meek shall inherit the earth. Mortal Kombat! I think, like, of the classic Mortal Kombat trilogy... Oh, I don't get to play this. You know what? It looks a lot cleaner than it did on Super Nintendo, I'll give them that. Honestly, Teak, I'm surprised you'd even bother rather than just emulating the originals. Like, either the arcade versions or the home console versions, which, let's be fair, are fine. $95 though. Really? Not the Super Nintendo versions? Because, like, especially with MK2 onwards, the Super Nintendo versions actually having the violence, like, made the Super Nintendo versions better. Because the only reason the Mega Drive version of MK1 is worth playing is because it has the violence and Super Nintendo version doesn't. Yeah, so that's just a video. Is it? It looks really clean, like, I'll definitely give it that. like nicer than the Super Nintendo version.
Wins.
Well, we've got the emulation, which is cleaning up the resolution. But, like, you compare this with the Super Nintendo version of Mortal Kombat 3, and, like, the sprites look so much better.
Wins.
That was kind of fascinating. Like I say, MK3 is not particularly good. I think if you're going to play any of the original 3 Mortal Kombat games, it should absolutely be 2. High Octane, which I don't think I know. Bullfrog. That's fascinating. No, we have to beat Steve. Yeah, somebody mentioned it in your stream. I'm not sure who. I've never played Cooler World myself. Oh, Christ. Okay, pressing select just, like, quits the game. Is there a button to switch the viewpoint? No, it doesn't seem like it. Oh, this is unpleasant. Is this a racing game? Frame rate seems smooth, which is nice. Yeah, I've never played Cooler World. I'm aware of it, but I've not played it. It'll probably crop up on one of these demo discs. Not entirely sure like what's going on here. Ah. Oh well. fond of that. If it was in third person, maybe. I don't think the first person worked well for that kind of thing. All the X. You know what? I don't think this is a game. And Ridge Racer. I had the original Ridge Racer as a kid. It was interesting. It was the first game I had that was like, no matter what you did, it would end off like every race telling you game over. So in the actual full retail release, you get to play the arcade game at the start. It's something Namco did for quite a while, including playable versions of their old arcade games in the loading screens, like the start loading screens of their arcade ports. Last game I saw that in was Tekken 5. Where the game started up and while it was loading you could play Starblade. Do I get to play this? Because I actually like Ridge Racer. Yeah, this was one of the games that was like, oh yeah, look at how great the PlayStation is. We can start putting arcade games onto home console properly. Like 3D arcade games properly on home consoles. It was super impressive at the time. Do I get to play it at any point? Yeah, I don't get to play Ridge Racer. I press start to watch a video. That's Demo Disc 3. Alright. Let's take a quick break from the Euro demos to take a look at one of the other ones. Here's Biohazard 2. I'm sorry, let's restart. So this one, I'd spent a bit of time with. I find this particularly interesting because there's stuff in here that doesn't exist in the final retail release of Resident Evil 2, which is honestly kind of fascinating to me. I'm pretty sure we've taken a look at this before on stream, but it's super cool. Like the background, the eye in the background's different. Later demo versions of Resident Evil 2 would have the eye that appears in the background of the title screen in the retail release. The real nightmare began. The weird thing with this as well is, like, so this is Biohazard, so this is the Japan version. That zombie placement's slightly different. The run and check buttons are swapped. So run is on X and check is on square for some reason.
Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here? Hold your fire! I'm a human!
There's a really weird thing in that Kendo's voice is slightly higher pitched.
Sorry about that. I thought you were one of them. What's going on in this town?
Leon's voice is the same. Kendo's is slightly higher pitched, but you
I
can
don't
tell
have a
it's the
clue.
same recording that's in the
By
final
the time
game.
I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was
infested with zombies.
But you should be safe inside here. I'm keeping a close eye on things.
Leon's picture is different. No, this is a demo. I think that's a different gun. I don't think Leon has that. This is the Biohazard 2 Trial Edition. Here's an ink ribbon. Or rather, there's an ink ribbon here, and also the typewriter. First aid spray here, which isn't here in the final game. The ammo picture looks different. Auto aim is turned on, of course it is. Because it's the Japanese version. Japanese ones always had auto aim on by default. So you can see the gate looks different, and that's because it's not a 3D model. Because it doesn't burst open. Because there's no van here blocking the way down the alley. So you don't cut through the basketball court. So that's like 4 or 5 screens that aren't in the final game. Like, the actual approach to the police station looks different, so... That's interesting. I don't think that camera angle is in the main game. No, I don't recognize this camera angle. This isn't in the final game. I don't think this one is either. There's no ladder on the second floor. Are you sure it is, T? Like, that specific one? I don't think it is. You have to see, because you have to be right at the door. Don't turn. Oh wow, the shotgun's here. Door's locked. That key doesn't exist in the final game. There's also the interesting thing, I know there are versions of this that have Marvin here. Like, there are versions of this demo that have Marvin in the office, and you go into the office, you talk to him there. He has more dialogue that doesn't exist in the final game, and then immediately turns into a zombie when the conversation's done. There is a demo, actually. Like, you talk about speedrunning demo, there is an RE2 demo I would like to see about how fast I can do it. Because later Resident Evil 2 demos were just like, as the final game was. Oh, there's no plaque to put the unicorn medal in. Like, later RE2 demos were like, as the final release was, but they had timers on them, so you could only play them for like 5-10 minutes. No chest in the corner. Doesn't look like that has a draw. So I've always kind of wanted to like get one of those demos again and see how far I can get into it before the time runs out. That guy doesn't have any ammo. L on the door rather than a spade. There's no FMV, but that's not surprising because this is a demo disc. It's unlikely you'd see an FMV for the sake of saving disk space. I'm sure one of these boards is supposed to say Red Rum on it. Yeah, the board that says Red Rum, is that in the East Corridor? That might be in the East Corridor. This music track does not play here in the final game. I'm not entirely sure this music track is in the final game, but I could be wrong. No music playing here when there is in the final game. I think there's less zombies here. That's the classic save room theme. Oh, less lockers. Dark room. Oh, there's actually stuff in the chest. Hey, Clem. Interesting, in the actual release of RE2, if you combine, like, if you put ammo onto another stack of ammo in the chest, it'll combine them. Not combining them is something RE1 did. There's no door here, which is fascinating. The door is here. That's not right. It's going. It's going along. We've done 3 demo discs, and now we're taking a look at a Resident Evil demo disc I've got. This is like, as far as I'm aware, this is the earliest playable release of Resident Evil 2. Beautiful. L key again, not a spade key. Because it said L Clim. Can't open that. And there's the L key. And that's where the demo ends. So there's an interesting thought with that, Teak, in that people have hacked the demo and removed that flag that ends the demo. And then, like, explored more of what's there, because you remove that, because that's where it ends. They've taken that flag out so they can play more of it. And there's some really interesting stuff that's still around in that, in the file of it. The bitch in the red dress. Like, as we're all Resident Evil aficionados and fans, it is absolutely worth looking up the results of removing that flag and seeing some of the original layout of the RPD, because there's a lot of it that's very different. Since Clem's here, though, like, I do have other demos that could be of interest. I just press that. There you go. Can't do Final Fantasy 1 with Buddy Clem. I've been putting off actually playing this until, like, I had an opportunity to do it on stream. Take a look at some of the movies first. Final Fantasy Tactics, which didn't come out in Europe. There's rumors going around that with the success of Tactics Ogre Reborn, that Square might be looking at either doing a new Final Fantasy Tactics game or remastering Final Fantasy Tactics. Remastering or remaking it. And, like, I'd be down for that. I've been meaning to play this properly for fucking years. I've just never sat down and got into it. A lot of people swear by the original Final Fantasy Tactics. I know there are some people who prefer Tactics Advance, but a lot of people swear by OG Final Fantasy Tactics. Bushido Blade I have played. It's a pretty cool fighting game with an interesting concept. There are no health bars. Everybody has a weapon you can choose, like, from different weapons. You can land a killing blow with your first hit. The arenas it takes place on are ridiculously big for what it is. Like, if you get a good hit, you can kill your opponent. You can hit them in the arm and they won't be able to use the arm anymore. Hit them in the leg and they'll have to limp. Take out both the legs and won't be able to stand. It's fascinating. Its only real problem is that it's kind of archaic. If it got like a modern spiritual successor, it could be absolutely fantastic. Saga Frontier, which was recently remastered. Saga is not an easy series to play. It's an absolutely fascinating series. And I've, like, read the blurbs of various Saga games. Like, you see them on digital stores and stuff, like, I've read the descriptions they've got of them, and I'm like, that sounds absolutely fascinating, I'd want to play it. Like, from the story standpoint. And, like, they are not easy to play. At all. So at this point, I've got Romancing Saga 2, Romancing Saga 3, because they were both remade. And, like, the concepts of them are fascinating. Actually playing them is so difficult. Well, let's get to the main event of this disc, shall we? Shinra possesses all the world's energy and controls its politics. Outraged by the Obama, the inhabitants form the rebel group Avalanche to resist them. Coming into contact with the Avalanche in a bar, Cloud joins their demolition mission in return for a large reward. Their target is the Obama power plant Makoro. Interesting that the main game doesn't open with that, because it absolutely could. like, hey, here's a bit of background on what's going on. But no, it lets the world explain all of that. And it's probably for the better, but it's frustrating that it's surprising. Especially when you consider, like, the way FF6 opens. We have to call it mecha-chrono now, Clint. Copyright 96. Ooh. That's not right. I think this might be the demo disc that came with Tobal number 1. It's a great opening. Look forward to when Clem and I do it again. Yeah. Bum, bum, ba, 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 ba. Look how different Cloud's model is. This guy doesn't have any potions. Those are different. The health bars at the top, that's weird. The Buster Sword is different. Those models are all different. Barret and Aerith have the same portraits, they're just coloured differently. Cloud's portrait's outright different. And this isn't how opening bombing mission sounds. That's a different vibe. Soldier and Avalanche aren't capitalized. Good to see you. Like, this dialogue's entirely different. That isn't swearing as much. North Makoro plant. But this kind of thing is exactly why I've wanted to do something like the demo reel for a long time. Wow, you don't see these enemies here. And they're grouped together differently from the actual game. The damage font, the numbers on the damage look different. That looks closer to what the numbers look like in FF9. Fire 2. Leviathan. You're 3, goddamn, it's the start of the game, guys. That loads up slower. No space between the comma and cloud. No space between the comma and the thing. The level up. Does this sound different? A more bassy, maybe? Where's Barrett? Ah. This is different. This music is different. It's faint, but it is different. That's weird. There you go, you can really hear it there. Okay, never mind. The battle music's definitely different. Those opening trumpets sound wrong. The trumpets sound more trill than they do in the final game. The composition's the same. Like, it's absolutely the same. But the arrangement isn't. Yeah, you can hear it in the bells. And the chanting. Ho, ho, ho. The bar at the top is too thick as well. Wait a minute. That's interesting. Everybody has a ready stance. Pay attention to... Oh, never mind. No chest here. Yeah, pay attention to the characters when they select their attacks. They have a different stance to denote they're ready to attack. It's not a thing in the main game. They did have that in Final Fantasy VI, they didn't have that in 7. Special techniques. Oh, it says special instead of limit. Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it? It's interesting they took that out. The S's model is different as well. We're gonna have to call it mecha-chrono now. The more times we play FF7, the more and more in-jokes are gonna be added. That's interesting. Heavy shot, not big shot. That's a different noise. The fact that targets... Like, that's not just, oh, a big spell. That's one bolt hitting everybody. There's one bolt per enemy, not just like one big bolt hits everybody, which is interesting. Jessie's further down there than... She didn't tell us how to jump on the ladder, but she's waiting for us at the bottom of the ladder. That's different. But we can't talk to her. No, they've already mentioned Shinra as a thing. I'm sorry. I can't go back far enough. Barrett's face looks wrong. River and cross that. Sounds mostly right. That's this isn't like this in the original game. Why does the Buster Sword look so much thinner in combat? That's interesting. The encounter rate is so much higher. Like, in actual combat, the Buster Sword looks like it's so much smaller than the release version. That's a different weakened stance. There you go, that's the normal one. So they have a separate stance when they're also ready. But, like, at low health. That's interesting. Wonder why they took that out. Cloud's victory animation doesn't have as many frames. Makoro, yeah, it makes sense. I can't get into the menu. That's a different sound here. Overgrown washing machine. no warning this isn't just a reactor. Alarm sounds different. They're coming for real. That's not Guard Scorpion. Cloud's dead. One thing I am curious about is, let's see Leviathan. Leviathan looks tiny. Hell of a crit. It is, isn't it? Nah, this isn't gonna be fun with Cloud dead. 3 minutes, goddamn. Alright, thanks for joining us on the raid, Amber. Oh, you have yourself a good night. You take care of yourself. Yeah, that pipe there that blocks you from going the other way isn't there on the way back up. That was weird. We can't run. Yeah, no countdown either. How you doing, Ben? Cursor memory as well. And it remembers where your cursor was last time you used anything. Fascinating. The alarm's different. Is that Biggs? What the hell is that? Will stop being a sound anytime. What the hell's Biggs doing there? No, it's just the standard magic animation, which has a different sound. I get the feeling that the countdown doesn't happen in battle. Like, I think that's just a feel thing. It's gotta be. Otherwise, we were over 3 minutes now. Sure of it. Which explains how 3 minutes is doable. This is absolutely fascinating. I just noticed something. We might not get a chance to see it again. They're not calling the money guild, they're calling it GP. Yes, you can. But you can't run in battle. Coming in December, man. There's a lot that changed between this and release. Yeah, I can believe it. There are... You can press L1 and R1 to turn Cloud. Man, that's crazy. What else do we got? Is this like the standard RE2 that's got the timer? Oh, this is also different. Is this the same as the one we did before? But like, just in English? That might be on one of the other Square discs.
Freeze!
Does in fact make a separate spell for each enemy. Thank you. Yeah, it just seems like the same one. Level 3 that doesn't. Alright. Thank you, Clint. There, this Final Fantasy VIII. Special preview movie. Oh, in the release game, the gun shop has 2 handgun ammos. Where one of them has been replaced in that demo with a typewriter. So this is different from the release game. Because in the release game, Squall isn't wearing his standard outfit, he's wearing his Seed uniform. Demo 14. That looks different. Leviathan again though, that's interesting. And this is entirely just a Dolette mission. Noah in the FMV is fascinating. It's just a random soldier and not Pistos. Squall's face is definitely different now. No, it won't let me rewind. Squall cracked his face. Does one of these have like the FF8 demo on it? Yeah, let's fucking do it. I guess we will go back to that, Zeke. Yeah, it sounds right for the actual game. This is different though. Between using all and not all. That's fair. This isn't the landing. Squall's face also looks different. I don't think this is a bad piece, but the landing is one of the best pieces FF8 has. No, Renault. At this point, you haven't even met Renault yet. Doesn't fit the scene. It might be building up to it. Alright, let's go. Wait, you telling me this is... like, this music is specifically from the Michael Bay movie The Rock? That audio is different. Leviathan again. You know, it's weird to me that you just know, like, any of the soundtrack to The Rock. But, again, it has cursor memory. That's weird. The timing on pulling the trigger's different. On the bridge? Yep. Again, a bunch of the sound effects are different. controller keeps disconnecting for some reason. Looking at the battle stances, the ready stance in the FF7 demo though, and going into this, it makes me realise that FF7 is like one of the only Final Fantasy games that doesn't have a ready stance for characters. Like 6 had it, 8 has it, and 9 has it. Damn it, Clem. Yeah. You're absolutely not wrong. That's crazy. Yeah, probably. There's a bad guy. Yeah, the timing feels wrong for pulling the trigger. It sounds a little different though. Don't go off on your own, says Cypher. I've never seen Cypher do that animation without his gunblade in his hand. I wonder if you can save the dog in this version. It's interesting that Renoa's here, but she's had absolutely zero dialogue. And it feels different from Aerith just being there in... Look at that. Aerith being there in the previous one, because that feels explicitly like she was there to fill out the party. And nothing else. She didn't even appear on the field map, but Renoa does, and the fact that Renoa appears in the FMVs is, like, really weird. Yeah. Like that, and her having a place in the FMVs. It's weird. Like, was she intended to be? Because, like, okay, you need somebody to fill the party out. Cypher is in the party at this point. No, that wouldn't make sense, because the logo still includes Renoa. Just for the demo. It's interesting, though. Would Selfie have been a better love interest? Yeah. But it's not just Renoa who's different in the FMVs. Like, everybody here has a different outfit in this part of the game. But they're in just the standard outfits here. Which, like, on the field map, sure, whatever. It's not difficult to just replace the models. In the FMVs, it's strange. Because they would have had to completely redo the FMVs for it. Hey, Flame. Moral support. Yeah, the victory theme's different. Everybody's flashing for some reason. That's interesting. I don't like the curse memory in this. It feels really off-putting. The battle theme sounds different as well. It doesn't exist in the main game. Like, that's the problem with it. Or at least not as a default setting. So I'm playing this as I'm used to playing Final Fantasy VIII. And I'm used to, like, when I want to attack, just being able to press X as soon as the battle menu pops up. If I'd never played Final Fantasy VIII before, there'd be nothing wrong with it. So we can see the limit breaks. Hmm. What do you think, Renoa? Less trumpety. The interesting thing with FF7 was the music was specifically... it was made with the PS1 sound chip. Whereas the later FF games were done with CD audio and just streamed from the disc. Casting the stock are the wrong way round. I've been trying to think like what my problem with this has been, with drawing magic and casting the stock are the wrong way round. Didn't this feel darker than the actual release? Alright, there we go. Seesaw? I don't usually see Fated Circle until later in the game. Again, can't access the menu, so I can't do healing outside of battle. That's a different death animation and death pose. Double this early, goddamn. I think you can get double this early, but only from the boss. If your levels are high, yeah. But the boss does have it, Elveret. Well, we used the Phoenix down, we got a Phoenix down, so that's alright. But if Renoa's here, that means Self is probably not going to appear. Yeah, when I'm playing FF8 on my own time, I'm usually capable of just like plowing through everything by the time I get here. Of course, like, you could go even further, because I don't use Triple Triad. Yeah, like, you get down... No, it's not even here. Cypher runs off to attack the guys. And after he runs off, Selfie turns up. And is like, hey, I got a message for you. And then she jumps off the cliff to go and find Cypher, and you can jump off with her or not, and it'll affect your points you get at the end of this mission, depending on which you choose. Yeah. Not allowed to jump down. Yeah. Like, this... It's kind of worth looking into, like, everything that affects your point score. At the end of the Seed mission. Because, like, there's so much random nonsense that will give you points and deduct points. It's really crazy. Yeah. Like, it's all really arbitrary. I don't know when we're going to get around to playing FF8 again. what up? There we go, finally. Alright, finish this off. Again, curse of memory. Try and get into the tower with like as few battles as possible. In there and punch it. I think, like, at the end of the day, FF8's not a bad game, but it's definitely the weakest PlayStation Final Fantasy. In almost every respect. Okay, cool. Can we get in the tower now, please? No save point. Alright, here we go. It's interesting how long both this and the FF7 demo have been. Like, really giving you some meat to the experience. It's kind of cool. I feel like you don't see a lot of RPGs getting demos like this. Especially not at the time. Like, just how expansive the demo is makes sense why it's on its own disc. Final Fantasy VIII was so good at transitioning between in-game visuals and FMVs. Like, it did it so smoothly. Yeah, Squall's face looks different. Is it the shape? Hmm. Anyway. Wonder if this goes differently. No boss theme? I love Force Your Way though. It's such a great theme. I love just how early and easy you can get hold of double and triple in FF8 though. Like, it's so good. It adds a level of strategy to your spellcasting. The camera angle doesn't change when Wedge shows up. Bump, 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 bump. The timing is definitely different on the trigger. There we go. Nice alpha. That thing's fast. Let's see Leviathan. Please don't kill Leviathan. The way summons worked in this game was kind of interesting. The fact that the game just didn't have MP was an interesting concept. I also think it's interesting that both this and the FF7 demo had one summon available, and the summon was Leviathan in both cases. Kinda close there, buddy. One thing FF8 definitely did better than FF7 was the presentation of the summons. The summons seemed so much grander in 8. It was really cool. Is it, Clem? Is it? Would have thought Shiva would be the coolest. Ghost Draw Leviathan. Cool. This fight's gone on long enough, you just die. I feel like the final game spreads the characters out a little more. There we go again. The Klim sword. I'd appreciate if you could die, because I know we've got the other boss coming up still. Like, this is not a short demo. There we go. Let's see that still works in the demo. I like that as an effect. Like the individual polygons just floating up. It's a nice effect. I just like the way FF7 translated the classic enemy turning red and fading away into like actual 3D. Like that was also really cool. That's not selfie. $1,900 hours? That's in 30 minutes. This isn't gonna go well. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Roll faster, I'm on a time limit. There we go. Oh, no 30 minutes for me. Can I make it in 15? That's concerning. Is double still an effect for Renoa? Because I can't heal in the menu. I can't open the menu. They ain't playing the track that's supposed to be playing here. That's also different. You don't see it get back up there. You just run down and it's like, oh, it's still coming. There we go. Oh, we made it out. Nice. Don't come back towards it. Oh boy. Looks like double still affect for Zell as well, which is weird. I wonder what that's about. Could have done with that thing falling down there. Excellent. Go, 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 go. Less than 9 minutes. On a straight run, I could make it. But God knows how many more times we'll have to hit this thing. And there's the bridge scene where it'll jump ahead of us, and we'll have to fight it here. Like a dick. Just unload everything we've got, I guess. It bothers me that lightning isn't doing as much as I'd like. time. Throw the potion, throw it quick. Let's get out of here. Like, that thing should be weak to electricity, right? I'm sure it should. Go, go, dog, go. Run. That was such a smooth transition to FMV. I'm so disappointed Keistis isn't on the gun here. Like, seriously, Renault being in this FMV is so weird. Like, she has no real presence in the demo, she's just there. Presumably to fill the party out, but then she's in the FMV. Yeah, Squall's face is definitely different. That's interesting. Like I say, this kind of thing, like these differences you get in early release demos, is like one of the main reasons why I wanted to do the demo reel idea in the first place. I'm glad I'm finally getting around to it. Let's see what we have in store next time. Because we did the first 3. So let's see what's on Demo Disc 4 next time. Ugh. Interesting. not super, like, not overly interesting stuff. XCOM, of course, is more interesting at this point for the fact that it got a modern redo. It could be interesting. So next time on the demo reel, Warhawk, Twisted Metal, XCOM and Defcon 5, amongst others. So, that's going to be it for this installment of the demo reel. Going forward, we will be taking a look at other stuff. Not just PlayStation, I've got some PS2 demos. There's the Nintendo GameCube demo disc, like the one demo disc that I'm aware of for it. Well, we take a look at this, Bane. There are 108 demo discs from, just this one. Let's jump down, say 38, take a look at this one, see how we end up with. And, I have the Resident Evil 4 preview disc, which is kind of interesting. We're gonna work through them at a steady rate. I remember the power line thing. Is this gonna be one of those ones loaded with demos? The way I remember it. Abe's Exodus, Net Your Rosa, goddamn. Haunted Maze, Crash 3, Unholy War, Mr. Domino, Medieval. I don't even know what that is. Actually, a B movie. I have B. Yeah, demos for other systems as well. Primarily PlayStation 2 and GameCube will be, aside from PlayStation. Mostly because, there are Xbox demo discs, but I don't have a way to play them. Right now. And then demos in the future. It's just download a bunch of demos off Steam and play them. I don't think it'll be as interesting. I think a big part of the reason why this is as interesting as it is because of nostalgia. You pick a demo disc, we go through them in numerical order. It's oh, what's going to be on this demo disc? Is it something you remember from your childhood? See, this is the kind of thing I remember, just loaded with the circle of demo discs. So we'll get to these. The demo reel will come back. I don't know when we'll be doing it. I do want to get back to doing the stuff we're actually doing in a minute. Hades and Digital Devil Saga, and then continue with the schedule. I have updated the schedule a little bit. What did I add? Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor, and South Park Stick of Truth have been added to the schedule. But I want to go back to those and continue with those. But the demo reel, it's not a specific amount of time I need to spend on a demo reel stream. So it can be a really good idea for when I don't feel like spending a huge amount of time on anything. It's a clear start-stop point. Okay, go through all of these. And then, cool, that's a demo disc. We can call it there if necessary. So yeah, look forward to more of this in the future. I just don't know when. But I hope everybody's enjoyed this trip down memory lane. We do have some more other stuff. I don't know what this is. There's we could actually play these Square demos. This RE3 demo, which I think might be a time thing. Probably not these demos, because we've looked at them and they're not really great. Yeah, there's actually more than one of these. I was looking at one earlier just to test it out, make sure it worked. And it also had, like, the downloader for the saves. Interestingly enough, it had saves for Fear Effect Disc 3 and Fear Effect Disc 4. Which is weird. I would have thought that would just be like a save for Fear Effect. What is this? Demo 1. Didn't see these all that often. Good. I don't have motion sickness, and this is making me uncomfortable. Yeah, I think we looked at this previously. Oh, it's a shame Amber's gone, because there's Cooler World. But only 3 demos. I'm curious about, like, what would be in the last one. Issue 108. Let's get to, like, the actual menu. But yeah, so that's going to do it for us for today. I want to thank everybody for joining the stream. I always really appreciate the support. Big special thank you to everybody in the chat. Chat is always the best part of the stream. We might do a few more off-topic streams going forward, because I've got some other stuff that we can do. Like, if we take a very, very quick look, I have arcade games. Which is like, fucking finally. Which means stuff like X-Men.
X-Men.
But I'm kind of holding off on the possibility of this. God damn, he is hairy. Kind of holding off on the possibility of arcade beat-em-up streams to see if anybody wants to do them. Co-op with me through Fightcade.
X-Men. Cyclops. In the 21st century, evil mutants led by Magneto aim to destroy the world. Humans can do nothing against.
Yeah, like, we'll be back with this stuff at some point, because there's so much cool stuff we have here. With the arcade working, like, there's so much good stuff here.
Go and save the city.
But that is pretty much going to do it for us for today. I want to thank everybody for joining the stream. I always really appreciate the support. Big special thank you to everybody in the chat. Chat is always the best part of the stream. We might be back tomorrow. Honestly, the streaming schedule, like the times for streaming, are just kind of whatever at the minute. If I feel like it. But like, we'll get back into it, the streaming. Keep an eye on Discord. Why did that automatically jump forward? Yeah. Like, look forward to like some of the fun one-off random stuff we'll do. Like I say, if you're interested in joining me with any of these arcade games, check out Fight Cave. Wow, they just like, fuck you, get going. Fight Cave is an arcade emulator front end that allows online play via rollback netcode. It's really cool, super interesting, and supports a lot of arcade games. Definitely worth checking out if you want to join these streams, or if you just want to play it for yourself with some friends. Because these can be an absolutely fantastic time with friends. Yeah, that's pretty much going to do it. I want to thank everybody for joining the stream, big special thank you to the chat. Chat is always the best part of the stream. Clem, Teak, Flame, Amber. I think that's everybody who was in chat. It wasn't super busy. Yeah, I think that's everybody who was in chat. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Chat is always the best part of the stream. Like I say, we'll be back at some point with more of Digital Devil Saga, more of Hades, more demo reel and arcade games. Definitely check those out. I didn't forget you, Bane. I said Bane. I said like 4 names. Clem, Teak. You know what? I think I said Flame, and then in my head thought I'd said Bane.
Pyro will turn you to...
Oh. Sorry about that, Bane. I thought in my head I'd said Bane, but I knew I'd said Flame as well. That's my bad. I'm sorry, Bane. But you know you're always appreciated. Back on the Christmas card, I appreciate that, thank you. But yeah, like, should be fun. So with that, there's not really much else to say except thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic time of day, and take care. We'll catch you next time, guys. Bye.